first name is Freedom, and to me, freedom comes in various forms. There's freedom from oppression, freedom of choice, or in my case, freedom from being the only one of my friends to have never kissed a girl. So let me take you back to that fateful night when I felt like something other than a loser, if only just for a moment. January 31st, 2015, approximately 10:37 p.m., Model UN field trip dance, Center City, Philadelphia. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what's Model UN? Well, let me tell you. It's a political club with a field trip once a year in Philadelphia. Now, look at me. I look like I have first kiss at a political club field trip written across my forehead. Or better yet, my nose, since it's so big, there's probably more space there. But back to my magical emancipation. It all started the night before at the Roxy. Now, the Roxy is she knows what it is. It's a club for 21 and under thrill seekers in a bad area of Philadelphia. Now, I knew this was my chance to gain some confidence with the ladies. It had been nearly 18 years since I arose from between my mother's legs, and it seemed like I had been moving further away from women ever since. But the Roxy was my chance to change this. So, I walked into the Roxy, and you can just imagine what this place looked like. Let's just say I looked at the people, and it looked nothing like my Hebrew school class. It looked like a dance party at the Juvenile Delinquent Center. I started dancing, and I hadn't sweat that much since tennis season. But I knew I had to dance with some girls. So as my friends had instructed me, I walked into the dance, put my hands upon a girl's hips, and began to dance. Now, the dancing part was easy, since I'm famous for my dance moves. All I had to do was a little swag right, swag left, and we were in business. So, I definitely gained confidence at the Roxy. But the next night was my big night, the Model UN dance. People knew this dance as ratchet and disgusting, but I saw it as the place where nerds went wild. I knew I had to capitalize. This was my Super Bowl. I walked into the dance with the swagger of a bar mitzvah boy and the body of a bar mitzvah boy's father. I walked onto the dance floor and I found myself a lady. Now, as I'd learned the night before, I put my hands on her hips and we began to dance. Swag right, swag left. Now, as my friends had told me, if a girl puts her hands on your hands while you're dancing, it's a very good sign. Well, not only did she do that, but she moved them onto her breasts. Now, I didn't fully appreciate this until hours later when I was walking through Philadelphia with my friends and I screamed out, "I touched boobs today!" But this was an incredible moment. I was having the time of my life. My hands were in places I never dreamed of them being. Well, actually, I literally had dreamed of my hands being in these places, but for your sake, I'll digress. Okay, so we were dancing. Swag right, swag left. I was having the time of my life, but I knew I needed to make one last big move. So as my friends had taught me, I put my hands on her shoulders and turned her around, forcibly but not in a weird way, and I went to lean in. Now, I wish I could say that I gazed deep into her eyes and saw her soul, but honestly, the room was so dark I have no idea what she looked like. I think she was Asian, but I leaned in and I kissed her. This is the part where you're supposed to applaud. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I probably could have kissed her for longer, but I was so excited I ran away, started celebrating and fist pumping. It had taken me approximately 17 years, 10 months, 12 days, and 13 minutes, but I had finally kissed a girl. Now, let me just tell you that for clarification, in the months since, I have doubled my total of girl kisses. But that night, thank you, but that night will always remain in my memory, and that girl I will never see again will always remain in my heart. Thank you.
Benjamin, everybody.